Hi, I'm Norm and welcome to the Shotokan Chronicles. In today's video we're going to continue with the classic Kata series from Nakayama's Legacy, Heian Sandan. But first, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out when we post more video content to our channel. As before with the Nakayama Legacy series, I hope I don't talk over Master Nakayama as he's giving his insight into the katas. I will try to give some of my perspective and insight as well. If these katas are helping you out, please let me know. If you have any questions about these katas, feel free to send me a message and I will help out the best that I can. So without any further ado, Heian Sandan.
In Chudan Gedan, simultaneously bring one hand up and the other down. This kata consists of the changing defense of the middle and lower stance, the elbow defense, uraken, step in, and so on. Heian Sandan.
There are some points I'll make about the first of the kata when we roll around to it again. Here, something that's key, and you'll see it more when we're on the side view, this technique is not just done from the hip. It comes in front of the body, like this. It's not just done from here, in front. And you'll see that when we see the kata from the side. Another thing that's important is when you do the first movement of the kata, your knees are not bent here. They're in a natural position when you stand up. And it was confusion about kicking. Now here you'll notice he will bring his hand into the center of his body before he does the back fist. Not directly off the hip. The next point, when he does the open hand block, you'll notice that he does it while moving. You don't block and stop as a count.
Let's watch each movement separately.
See how he's standing up almost straight?
Master the elbow position and the tight side closing thoroughly through this form.
So it's key to make sure the arms cross and not just go like this.
In Nukite, from Morote Uke and Oitsuki, coming out of the wide rotational full turn, move with the intention of pushing your hips forward.
An older version will have a crescent kick here.
In this elbow defense, it's necessary to defend employing the hip turn, fixing your bust, hips, and both arms like a rock, instead of moving your arms separately. It's important to intend to defend yourself with your hip rather than with your elbow.
It actually says in Best Karate Series that this is not an elbow used block, it's actually an elbow strike.
After left oitsuki, draw your right back foot, take a step to the right, and rest your weight on your right foot. Turn your body to the left with a wide rotational movement, and you are in kibatachi stance. The basic waza of this kata is used for the jute action.
That's a step up.
Let's watch the entire course of action again.
So you do a step up, bringing your feet together, and then pivot. Another thing that is kind of changed in some organizations, when they do the last two movements, you notice that Master Osaka was up here. A lot of groups are now just doing it like this. That way the arm protects the body. Up here like this, you're exposed. As well, it's really easy for someone behind you to grab and turn it into a choke.
Instructor Nakayama will explain the points of action. This is the changing defense of the middle and lower stances. Whether in middle or lower stance defense, maintain the same elbow position. The elbow should be the width of your fist away from your side. This is an important principle. Don't change your elbow position, even when you bend or open your arms, or when you stand in heisoku dachi, or in anti-flexion.
So if you see people do this, or this, it's incorrect.
When you are forced to take
That's
a
in the
reverse
later kata,
stance, it's of
obviously.
no use trying to loosen yourself from the opponent's grasp. On the contrary, it's important to hold on to the opponent.
There's also a hidden throw there, if you know what you're doing.
In this defense, it's of no effect to move your arms. So defend yourself by turning your hip, and take the offensive by turning your elbow and a vertical forearm. It's of no effect to
For
attack
this
from the
action,
side.
as you can see, if you just bring it off your hip, you're going to hook the arm.
This is a form of tai sabake and is called yori ashi. When you move to the right, push your body out with the left leg, and when you move to the left, push out with the right leg. The important point is absolutely do not change the form below your waist.
Here you do not hop, you're just shifting. A lot of people will hop up in the air to make the movement. You don't want to do that. Think of each one of these as a block and a strike. So when you're doing the techniques in a bunkai, you're going to block, and this one's going to go straight out more like a punch. But not in the kata. And I have some different traditional bunkai, and the International Karate Daigaku has a standardized basic bunkai for this kata that we can explore at a future time once COVID-19 allows partner training. One of the very important things in kata is to make sure your stances are uniform. Especially in kibidashi, you need to have the stances uniform, and you should be turning on your heels. It's very difficult. To get back to your spot, you're going to want to turn on your heels to make it more effective. So there you have Heian Sandan and a few of my pointers. Please remember that each Shotokan organization is going to have a different set of rules for their kata. In this case, these are some of the things that the IKD has applied to the kata. Similar ideas in the ISKF and the JKA. Now there could be some changes here and there, If you're not part of one of those organizations, there may be some differences in the katas themselves. You could be doing the crescent kick when you raise your knee for the 3 elbow actions as well. If you're bending your knees and that's the way everyone's doing it for the first movements, that's okay. The mistake was made early on when kicking was done from bent knee position to have more stability. People thought that you were more stable there as well, that every time your feet were together you should be in bent knee, but that's not the case. You want to make sure that you're standing almost with straight legs. Don't lock the knees out, but they're just natural. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time right here on the Shotokan Chronicles.